Aging. All living things are destined to age, but what really is it? With the aging population rising every day, attention to aging research has grown steadily as scientists explore the ideas and possibilities of de-aging. Aging is a complex process involving the combination of multiple different biological reactions, each often interlinked or contributing to other factors of aging. This has resulted in little information as to actual mechanisms as to why certain metabolic reactions cause aging. However, research has generally narrowed the causes of aging to changes in telomeres, telomerase, and cytokines within the body. Telomeres are long chains of DNA located on the caps of chromosomes and cell nuclei. The purpose of these nucleotide sequences is to stabilize and secure the chromosome structure, thus preserving its genetic code during its replication in mitosis. Without these telomeres, the DNA polymerase would continue to make copies of DNA within the chromosome without a definitive end, resulting in mutations and metabolic dysfunction. In fact, the signs of aging are actually the signs of this mutation, from the body producing weaker hair and skin to circulation and digestion weakening. All of this is a result of mutations in the chromosomes of cells, thus altering its function. As telomeres naturally degrade with each cellular mitosis, they are restored with a particular enzyme, telomerase. The production of telomerase declines rapidly after birth, resulting in cell aging. Eventually, telomerase and telomere levels would degrade to a point where chromosomal DNA cannot be replicated, leading to the cessation of mitosis, senescence, and the increased frequency of apoptosis.
We just discussed how telomere length affects cells aging. But do you know that the causes of shortened telomeres is actually quite common? Scientists have discovered that certain cytokines could negatively affect telomere length and telomerase activity. Cytokines are proteins released by cells that interact and stimulate other surrounding cells. As more cells are activated by certain cytokines, the response of bodily function increases in severity and strength. The cytokine TNF-alpha can also be used to determine biological age, with TNF-alpha level inversely affecting telomere length. We can generally say that a person who has higher TNF-alpha level has a higher level of aging cells. But how do we get increased level of TNF-alpha? Well, TNF-alpha is a cytokine involved in inflammation. When cells release TNF-alpha, an inflammatory response is activated in the body, inciting particular oxidative metabolic reactions in the body. The buildup of oxidative species in the body inhibit telomerase activity, resulting in telomere degradation and thus increasing cell aging. Cancer, stress, and obesity can also lead to higher inflammatory factors. Cancer is generally known as an inflammatory disease, which means that if you unfortunately got cancer, inflammatory factors such as TNF-alpha would increase very fast. That's the reason why cancer patients have higher level of cells aging. Obesity also brings a series of problems. According to investigation, adipose tissue is one of the essential sources of IL-6, another inflammatory factor. Some studies also prove that stress and mental health problems can also increase the inflammatory factors level to a varying degree, which lead to cells aging. Stress is associated with many negative aspects of life, such as insomnia and eating disorder. When the human body is deprived of sleep, all organs, tissues, and cells are in an overloaded state, which cause oxidative damage, such as the aging of skin cells and the death of brain cells. The influence of diet disorder can be referred to what I've said before. Of course, malnutrition brought by anorexia can also lead to very serious cell aging problems. There is no way we can prevent or avoid many of the above problems. But is there really nothing we can do then? No. That's the reason why we exercise.
Some remarkable progress has been made in understanding the role and impact of high-intensity workouts. Recent studies have suggested that these workouts could hold the key to decelerating aging. For example, a study examined data for more than 5,000 American adults and utilized the polymerase chain reaction approach to establish if participation in high-intensity workouts had any significant effect on the length of leukocyte telomere. Essentially, the study was based on the understanding that as one ages, the leukocyte telomere length reduced gradually and progressively. According to investigation, there is a direct and inverse relationship between the leukocyte telomere length and the risk of death. Following the inquiry, it was confirmed that there was a significant difference in the cell characteristics, and therefore the pace of aging between those who engaged in high-intensity exercise and those who did not. In fact, according to research, the workout appears to reduce aging by as much as 8.8 years, most likely due to a balanced stimulation of cellular metabolism and cytokine regulation. Based on the result, individuals should abandon sedentary lifestyles in favor of intense physical exercise. However, some scholars have found that for individuals to experience the full impact of exercise, they must sustain it for extended periods, at least 6 months. One would accept that given what research has established regarding to the effects of high-intensity training on aging, scholars would be quick to endorse physical exercise as an anti-aging remedy. While the training is generally effective, it also has some limitations that may hamper its effectiveness in the slowing down of the aging process. For many, demonstrating such dedication to physical exercise is daunting and adults. Therefore, there is a need for researchers to explore other interventions that are easier to incorporate into one's routines and lifestyle. In addition, the fact that it poses a threat to the safety of older adults who stand to register the greatest benefit is yet another drawback of high-intensity physical exercise for slowing down aging. Researchers have warned that when they engage in high-intensity workouts, older adults face a serious risk of injury. Given the danger that physical exercise presents to older adults, it is little wonder that scholars appear reluctant to fully endorse high-intensity physical exercise. However, for the other populations, it appears that scholars find physical activity to be safe and tremendous effectively.
Although the current experimental data is limited, it is enough to prove that aerobic exercise has an indelible contribution to the maintenance of health. High-intensity aerobic exercise can improve our quality of life and delay cell aging at different latitudes, not just for those at high risk of cell aging, but for all age groups, like all of us. Life is endless. Exercise is endless as well, and the benefits of exercise are far beyond our imagination. So what are you waiting for? Let's go and get some exercise.
That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.